DC fans were treated to an early Christmas this past weekend, as they'd gotten quite a number of reviews and announcements during the first ever DC Fandom. The virtual events took place on Saturday, and many people saw this as a response to the lackluster reception gotten by the recent Comic-Con at home. The DC event was a celebration of fandom, spanning movies, TV shows, comic books, and even music, with the band Daughtry popping in to give a performance of their song, Waiting for Superman. But out of all the panels that were held, and the announcements that were made, here are the ones I consider to be the most newsworthy. Hi guys, Michael Abayemi here, and today I'm going over the biggest announcements and reviews made during the first ever DC Fandom. Originally announced all the way back in 2014, we finally got our first look at the upcoming Black Adam film starring Dwayne Johnson. And it came in the form of a concept trailer, which was put together by none other than the superbly talented Boss Logic. The film will have The Rock facing off against the Justice Society of America, although the former WWE fighter wasn't shy to drop hints that he might also be butting heads with the Man of Steel himself, Superman, sometime down the line. The studio that brought us the Batman Arkham games has finally taken up the wraps off his upcoming game set in the DC universe, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. The game will find players taking control of 4 members of the squad: Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot, as they attempt to take down the Justice League and Superman, who appears to have gone rogue. No actual gameplay was shown from the game, but at least we were told that the game is set for a 2022 release exclusively on next-gen consoles. Another game that was shown off during the event was Gotham Knights, a spiritual successor to WB Games Montreal's previous game, Batman Arkham Origins. In this one, the Caped Crusader is allegedly dead, and players would instead be taking control of one of his frequent allies, Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood. The 4 of them must work together to save Gotham City from the many criminals seeking to take advantage of Batman's demise, as well as deal with the rising threat of the Court of Owls, a secret society that is as old as Gotham itself. James Gunn also held a panel for his forthcoming movie, The Suicide Squad, where we got our first good look at his cast members. This included fan favorites Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, as well as Idris Elba as Bloodsport, and John Cena taking on the role of Peacemaker. Jai Courtney, Joel Kimmerman, and Viola Davis also reprised their roles from the previous film, even though the movie is expected to serve as a soft reboot for the franchise. I personally like the fact that the movie is still being approached as a proper sequel to the David Ayer 2016 version, creating a sense of continuity for those characters we've already gotten to know and love. Even though the movie was already supposed to be in theaters by now, Warner Bros. Still managed to add more fire to our anticipation with yet another trailer for Wonder Woman 1984. And it is arguably the best one we've gotten thus far, showing fans more of what they can expect from the movie when it finally releases this October, as well as our first glimpse of Kristen Wiig as the villainess, Cheetah. I wasn't convinced about her casting initially, but based on what was shown off in the new trailer, you can consider me officially sold. I'm sure we're all familiar with the storied history of the forthcoming Snyder Cut of the 2017 Justice League movie, so no points going into all that right here again. But ever since it was officially announced earlier this year, fans had been waiting to get more news and information about the project. One might even go as far as say it was the single most anticipated reveal heading into DC Fandom, and the teaser trailer that was showcased during the panel didn't disappoint. Composed entirely of unused footage from the film, it showed a reimagined Steppenwolf, more glimpses of Doomsday, Superman in the black suit, and loads more. It was also revealed that the movie will be released as a 4-part miniseries on HBO Max, with each one lasting around 1 hour in length. So that's 4 glorious hours of Zack Snyder's original vision that fans now have to look forward to. Leave it to DC to save the best for last, as they ended their Hall of Heroes panels with our very first look at the upcoming Matt Reeves movie, The Batman. And what's a first show in the world too, giving fans a good look at the tone and style of the movie starring Robert Pattinson as the Dark Knight. I especially love that the movie seemed to be going back to Batman's detective roots, with its events taking place during the second year of him taking up the mantle. What was most impressive though was the fact that they revealed that they had only finished filming 25% of the overall movie, with the remaining 75 expected to be completed ahead of his October 1, 2021 release. And the movie already looks as good as it does. I guess all the Robert Pattinson naysayers can finally go and eat their words. Because if the final movie is anywhere near as awesome as what was shown, then fans of DC and movies in general are in for a treat. And those are what I consider to be the biggest announcements and reviews made during the DC fandom events. I stayed up to 2 a.m. in the morning watching some of those panels, so you can imagine my overall excitement. Which of the announced movies and video games are you most looking forward to? Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, this is Michael signing off.